Hello, my friends. I'm Morbryn Stormjoy, and welcome to Let's Talk Pagan. My last video, I asked all of you to ask questions or leave questions in the comments if you wanted to know something, or if you wanted to ask Alistair, my pendulum, a question. Well, I did get a couple of questions, which makes me very happy, and thank you very much. Now, if I can get my computer to work down here like it's supposed to, we will see what questions we have. It is taking its slow, sweet time today, which is nothing unusual. Even though we did bring the booster down here, we still have an issue with my internet working down here very well. Okay, I did get one question, which is better than none question. Okay, here we go. Hedgy Witch asks, let me see, my question is this. A good friend of mine died 2 years ago on September 12th. He's been in my dreams for a week. Does he want to tell me something? Well, normally, in my opinion, that means yes. What that is, I don't know. Normally, I speak to animal guides or animal totems, animal spirit. That is what normally comes through for me. And I get that through interpretation or vision kind of things. We are going to ask Alistair if he feels or she feels that spirit is trying to ask a question, and then we will go from there. Let me set up the camera so that you can see what happens, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I have the camera set up so that we can see Alistair's answer. You all remember, this is my pendulum Alistair. And we are going to ask Alistair, do you feel that the spirit of Hedgy Witch's friend is trying to tell her something? Do you think her friend is trying to tell her something? Alistair, do you feel that her friend is trying to tell her something? Well, Shelley or Hedgy Witch, that would be a yes, by what I can tell. So, Your friend is trying to tell you something. But what that is, because I am not privy to your dreams, and I don't know the specifics of your dreams, I will open myself up to your friend. And whether he will come, I don't know. I am not getting anything, not right off the bat anyway. But what I suggest is to, how do you feel when you dream of your friend? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel uh, at peace? Do you kind of look inside? Think about how you feel about when you wake up from the dream. Do you feel upset? Do you feel at peace? Do you have questions? Do you what are your, and don't think about it too hard. What I mean by that is don't analyze it too hard. Go by gut feeling. If you're feeling um, anxious, then look back at the dream. If you can remember the dream, or if you wake up in the middle of the night from the dream, write down what you remember. Okay? Your friend might just be trying to say that he's okay and that everything's fine, or, that he just wanted to say hello. He might be trying to tell you that one of your family members is doing just fine. Or do you understand what I mean? Just take your time. Think about what it is that you feel when you dream of this person. Think about what's happening in the dream. If you feel comfortable enough telling me more of the dream, then please contact me, and I will be more than happy to help you figure it out. In the meantime, don't stress too much. I think maybe that he trying to tell you that he's glad that you didn't join him, if you know what I'm talking about, and I know you do. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, Hedgy Witch is actually a very close friend of mine. I met her almost, is it almost a year ago? I'm pretty sure. Through my other channel, my hobby channel. And it actually happened kind of cool. It really did. We had met on a live feed from someone else. We had been talking, and we'd been, talking back and forth on the live feeds, which was right, but something happened with a certain person a gentleman that was part of the hobby that we um, both enjoy. And this gentleman turned out to be kind of shady. Well, did not know that, and at the time, and so Shelley asked if she could call me, or Hedgy Witch asked if she could call me, and I said, of course. I gave her my phone number, and my goodness, friends, that conversation lasted 2.5, 3 hours. We were on the phone together. We found out that we have a lot in common and have been friends ever since. But my friend had a heart attack about not long ago and had to be resuscitated. Had to have the paddles on the chest, if you know what I mean. So I'm thinking that her deceased friend is just trying to tell her he's glad she didn't join him. And that's kind of the impression that I'm getting, that he's trying to say, take care of yourself. I don't want to see you over here just yet. And that's what I'm feeling. That's kind of what's coming across. I appreciate, she was one of the main reasons that I started this channel. She and a couple others from my hobby channel are pagan like myself, but with what our hobby is, talking about being pagan isn't the easiest thing in the world to do without a lot of judgment. And I know that you guys know what that's about. So I started this channel and I was going to keep it as a private channel, just between us. But Spirit had another idea. Spirit told me I needed to make it public and I needed to do the things that I'm doing. And they're making it pretty clear every day. So if you guys want to continue, have a question answered of your own, please leave a comment below. Either I can answer it through Alistair here, or and if that is the case, you must phrase your question in a yes or no. Alistair can't really go too much for, it's basically yes or no. Now, if you would like to ask another question of Spirit, and I can in some way help answer it, I would be more than happy to do that. I'm still learning how to bring it across, but the more I do it, the better I'll get at it, if you know what I mean. Now, when I talked about, I've said this many times in my in videos before, the spirit that I most connect with are animal totem or animal spirit. They come across as they are the animal guide of someone else who isn't quite open enough to know or to hear. And they'll come to me and ask me to tell that person who and what they are. And just a lot of time, and this is the way I put it. This is who your guide is. This is their name. This is what they are. Take it and run with it. Look them up. I do have several YouTube or links on the computer of different places you can look up what your animal guide, what the what it is to have that particular animal as a guide. And I will let you know what that is. And then it's up to you whether you connect with them or not. Otherwise, just know that those spirits, that you have a friend on the other side that's there to help you. And it's whatever animal it might be. So if you're interested in finding out what one of your animal guides might be, just leave a comment below. Speaking of animal guide, that's another reason that Hedgy Witch and I are friends. After we had that conversation on the phone, and a couple of other ones after that, her animal guide came through. And it kind of scared me a little bit it didn't scare me, it kind of startled me. I had laid down on my sofa to take a nap. And you know when you close your eyes and there's darkness behind your eyelids? Well, something was moving through that darkness. And I'm laying there and I'm watching it. And all of a sudden, and I do not kid, this is it's actually kind of funny, the head of a giant sea turtle just kind of come up out of the darkness to look at me and told me what his name was and that he belonged to Hedgy Witch. Well, I didn't quite know how to tell her. You know, we had only talked a couple of times on the phone. Yes, we had decided we were friends, but I didn't quite know how to bring this up. So I just bit the bullet and called her and told her. And to my utter amazement and surprise, she absolutely loves turtles. And what the symbolism of the turtle meant at that time really resonated in her life. So that it spirit works in mysterious ways. It really does. And it just helped solidify our friendship even more. So, Hedgy Witch, if you want to call me so that we can talk about your dream friend and try to figure out a little bit more of what might be coming across, please do. And as for the rest of you, if you have a question for Alistair, or if you want to know a little bit more about an animal guide or a totem, leave your questions below. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. And until we meet again, blessed be. Bye now.